I'm trying to straighten down now. Hello, hello, hey. All right, y'all normally see me on here talking about loans and credit, but I am trying to get y'all on here. It says lost connection. It takes my connection a little bit to get going. Okay. Yep, y'all. So welcome to my live. I don't know why it takes my connection a little bit to get going right. So hopefully you guys are getting a chance to see it. Welcome to my live. Please make sure that you like and follow and share. I normally share information with families about obtaining USDA home loans or other type of loans, credit, and ensuring that you guys know about things that are coming up for colleges, opportunities for financial opportunities, government programs, and things like that. I try to break it down for you in a way that will help you understand. But I wanted to take the time today because I'm trying to stress college. So please make sure you share this with people. Don't just get in and or look real quick. Listen to me for a moment because this is something that a lot of parents miss and don't understand. Colleges are actually preparing for our students in 8th grade. It is their second semester of 8th grade, which is coming up. That's why I'm on here today, because I want to stress with you the importance of preparing your students for next semester. I don't care what they did prior to next semester. Yes, the high school is going to be looking at whether they did well or not in order for them to determine what classes they're going to put your child in. But it's the colleges that are going to be looking at what happens the second semester of 8th grade, all the way through the first semester of 12th grade. Do y'all understand that window? It's the second semester of 8th grade through the first semester of 12th grade that the colleges are going to be looking at in order for them to determine what the GPA is for your student to get into college. I'm asking you to please make sure you share this with people because a lot of people don't understand. Please make sure you like so that TikTok will make sure that other people get this message. So I need you to, all you got to do is tap your finger on the screen to like. But we want to make sure that TikTok knows that this is important information for our children to understand and for our parents to understand. Especially in minority distressed communities where you are not getting access to these opportunities. You can actually get your child in the mindset of what is to come. I don't care, like I said, what they did last semester. This is a new semester. There's an opportunity for them to the nose to the grindstone. You need to start teaching your children how to talk to their teachers now. I understand communication may not be a major factor for a lot of kids in 8th grade. I'm going to tell you something. When your children get to college, they're going to have to know how to not just talk to teachers, but they actually make our students have to know how to take care of themselves in college. You cannot go to your child's college trying to tell the college nothing. They stop all communication with the parent and just talk to the students. Our kids are not ready for that. Our kids are not prepared for that. We're not getting ready to make a huge donation to the college library so somebody can make sure that our child's name stands out. It doesn't work like that. So you have to be in the mindset of preparing your child for what is to come. Please make sure you show me some love. Tap on that screen so that TikTok will make sure that other people get to see this. So what am I telling you? I'm telling you, yes, I'm starting off with the 8th grade because next semester is getting ready to start after Christmas. We got our mind wrapped up in Christmas. We got our mind wrapped up in gifts. Your kids have already bought home grades, good or bad. They got a whole bunch of other stuff going on in mind. Guess what? Because this last semester happens to be the time of the year where the school starts to do all kind of stuff with the 8th graders. They got their 8th grade pen day when they're pinning ribbons on them and giving them their awards and I'm gonna tell you something. This is another thing that you can do at this time of the year. You got a child that's struggling in school, and I said this is why I'm coming to y'all about the 8th graders now, because 8th grade, like I said, the second semester of 8th grade It's what's going to go into their college records for their GPA. So it's gonna be the second semester of 8th grade. Look at my baby. This my best TikTok friend right here, chosen remnant. But so this, like you said, ribbon pinning is what they're gonna be doing this year. They're gonna be getting ready for they're gonna be having these kids practicing singing songs, singing songs for graduation, and all that is fun. Preparing them for what college they're gonna go to, getting their college applications in. It's a lot going on in their minds right now, y'all. But guess what? This semester happens to be the first semester that colleges look at for their GPA. So when and because we have a lot of these colleges that are going test optional, which means you don't have to, if you don't want to submit your ACT score or your SAT score, then you can get in on your GPA. This is when you need to start getting in their heads. Show this video to your friends. Send this video to your schools. I don't care what you got to do, but you make sure that you get into. Tell your friends to send these videos to their friends and their friends' parents, because the school is going to have all kind of stuff going on. But they are not telling you that this is when the rubber meets the road. And I've been in high school, and I didn't get my college degree until I was 40 years old. I was in high school, and I got really, really good grades. No. Let's take that back. I was an advanced student, and I was in advanced classes. I could get good grades when I wanted them. But my mom was not the kind of person to put the bug in your ear all the time about going to college. She just assumed I would because I was a smart student. However, grades at the behavior in 7th grade for college, it starts now. That's right. So you want to get that because they're looking at, your child's history in school. But the actual GPA is the second semester of 8th grade and the first semester of 12th grade. That is it. And so that's why I'm talking to you about your 8th grade students now, because guess what? This 12th grade year right here that we're in, next semester, those grades are not going to count towards their college GPA. They're not going to look at that. So if your child did not finish up well this semester for 12th grade, this is a done deal. Don't wait until next year to apply. That's why colleges say make December be the cutoff so they can prepare for college scholarships next year, because they're not looking at none of that next year. After February, those college scholarships are going to come out based on the GPA that they had on the first semester of 12th grade. That's why they do it so soon. Okay, so that's why this is such an important. Please make sure you tap your screen to like so that TikTok will show this to more people. And please, please, please make sure that you share. It may not be your child today. It may not be, it could be one of your nieces, nephews, cousins, or friends. Just please make sure that you share this video, because it's a lot of people that don't know this. I did not learn this until I have 5 children. My eldest is 7 years older than the next 4 that were coming after him, and then they're back to back. I have 4 children in college, successfully going to the best public college in the state of Alabama. All of them are in college right now. The last 4, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. I got 3 that's hitting the dean's list. They got their grades in. They just waiting for the final GPA and that letter that comes from the dean. So I got 3 that's hitting the dean's list. At least that's what they're telling me. Now, I'm telling you this because it's so many people that don't know this truth. They have not prepared. Like, they just think my child's going to be my child's going to go to college. That's all we talk about. That's all we prepare for. Or my child doesn't have what it takes to go to college. Don't let a school tell you, and that's what I'm getting ready to tell you. When I was in high school, my high school told me that I could not join the work program in high school because I was college bound. Because I could get good grades, I had the potential to go to college. They make an assessment and determine which students they feel like can go. This is when I was in high school, and I'm 51 years old. I don't know how they do it now, because I didn't pay no attention to none of that when my kids got in high school. It was what I said, because I found out something. So we had the school. I went to a public school in Chicago. I went to Bogan High School in Chicago. And the assessment was, if you were college bound, they would not let you work during school, or, let you out of school early, right? So I'm like, okay, whatever. They're not gonna let you out of school early, you know. So I bought into that, and eventually I was like, well, I need some little extra money, so I have to work because my mom wasn't giving me any money. She was aloof. I don't know. All she gave me was car fare and some lunch money, if that. So I had to get a job. But I had a friend that was in college. I mean, that was in high school with me, and they determined that he was not college material. Now, the high school had assessed him and determined that he was not college material. How many of y'all know that dude got his master's right after he finished college? He went straight from high school, went to college. His father died while he was in college. He's told me he was going to drop. He said, Cheryl, I'm dropping out because my daddy died and my mama there by herself, and I want to be there to help my mama. I told him I was working. He was in college. I said, you know what, you would be better for your mama if you finish college than for you to come home and try to get a little side job and you're a black man in America. It's not a good thing. That's just not a good look. If you can overcome that. The high school has already told you that you were not college material and you couldn't do it. Prove them wrong. Now, I don't know how much of that stuck with him, but he went on and he went to college right after high school. Now, again, the high school had assessed that this young man was not college material, but I was. I did not go to college after high school. I ended up with my smart self working in corporate America, making, I think I was at that time making almost $800 every 2 weeks, which was good money for a student who just came out of high school. I started in corporate America at 17 years old. I thought that was going to be the end all be all for me. So I didn't need to get a college education. And it worked for me for a little while. But he's a very successful person in the field of interest that he had. He ended up working in psychology. But again, he went to get his master's because he knew that was going to take him to his next level. And then we lost touch with each other after that. But here's my point. The school had made an assessment for his life. And it almost came to pass. How many know life and death is in the power of the tongue? Don't let anybody speak over your child. If you want your child to have opportunities, maybe they're not college material. I don't know. But you have to speak over your child. You have to get into your child's life. You have to be the one that determines what their next. It's not playing because I'm going to take you off. Hello? Do you have anything to
Hey,
add to
how are you?
the conversation?
How you doing?
All right, I'm well. Do you have anything to add to the conversation?
Whoa, hold on a second.
No, no. Tricks, and I'm not for the tricks. Tricks are for kids, and this is about the parents and the students right now. I don't have time to play with y'all. Okay, so please tap your screen. Show me some love. If you show me some likes, then TikTok will show it to more people. All right, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to talk to your student. Talk to your eighth graders. It is not too soon. They are not talking to your kids about, they may send them, like, tell them to bring their favorite college team t-shirt. What college do you think you want to go to? But there's somebody sitting in the background speaking over your child's life. And I'm telling you, be proactive. Okay? So that's eighth grade. Now, right now, they need, if they're in college and they are seniors or in high school, if they're in high school and they're seniors in high school, they need to get their high school application, they need to get their college applications in this month. So didn't I just explain to you? Now, some people think they know. Call a school for yourself. Call a school. Yes, he was blessed to have someone to let him see what was greater for him. That's right. And look, don't make me cry. Don't make me cry, y'all. I did not know. Even though I didn't get my degree until I was 40 years old. And yeah, I'm one of them bad mama jammers in my head. I figure out a lot of stuff, and I could probably I would have probably done a whole lot more with a college degree, but I've done a lot without one until I got to 40. And I still have done a lot that does not require a degree, where I am very successful at doing some other things. So it's not to say if you're not college material, you can't be successful. But what I am saying is, I spoke into that young man's life when I think at the time I must have been about 20 when he was talking about dropping out of college, coming home to take care of his mama, and I convinced him to stay in. Now I got 4 of my own in college. I ain't got to fight them to stay in school. I got one that believes that higher education is an institution of the American mentality that keeps people oppressed. He can't stand college, but he still attends and he still pushes himself to get the grades that he needs to get to keep his financial aid and his and scholarships and stuff. But he's the one we sit up there fighting with tooth and nail to come on and graduate. Just bring home the prize. All that is fine and then just bring home the prize. So we do have one that we have to fight with. Okay, so but my point is, I spoke into somebody else's life. When you sow a seed, you reap a harvest. And I got 4 of my own that are going through college and doing what they got to do. Now, I have an older son. College wasn't for him. We tried to send him to college, and as a point of rebellion, he deliberately squandered his first semester, only to get to the end of the first semester and say, I can't wait to come back, because then he decided he wanted to come back. But his grades, did not afford him that opportunity. So he outsmarted himself. Praise God, he landed on his feet, and he usually ends up in some form of leadership or supervisory role. So what are my points about all this, y'all? Like I said, get busy on those likes so that TikTok will show this to a lot of people. And I will send this video to YouTube. So if you need to see this video again, or you need to send this to somebody, go to YouTube page in about, however long it takes. I'm going to do it right away. I'm going to send this to YouTube. So I'm going to download this on my phone, and I got to send it over to YouTube so YouTube can show y'all the live. But this is a very important live. This is why. Because in this season, the kids are getting ready to come out of school. You're going to have an opportunity to get into their ear, because they're not going to be at school with all the distractions. And they are going to have the distractions of the holidays. But you can use this as a season to let them know, look, whatever I'm doing or not doing this season, whatever I can do or cannot do this season, you have the opportunity to do something different. Now, if college is not for you, I understand. But now you need to be looking at your future, because guess what? It's going to be some of the people that you know and some of the friends that you know that are going to leave you behind. They're going to be getting ready to go to high school and prepare for college. If this is not your thing, sweetheart, I understand. But you're going to have to get your head in the game. We got to make them more serious about life. And let me tell you, it has to happen in high school too. While they're in high school, you have to get your children into a place where they learn how to communicate with adults. Because like I said, once they get out of high school, they're going to have to communicate on some level. Even before they get out of high school, some of them are going to have jobs. I personally was fortunate enough to be able to tell my children you could not get a job unless it was a summer job or unless it was for a little while. Let me see who. I promise you, I will get you right off of here. So you better make it fast if you're going to do something you ain't got no business. All right. All right.
How are you?
Now, I
How
see
are
right
you?
now. I ain't got thing talking about motherhood or something. I'm not playing with y'all. All right. So, any questions? Yes, ma'am. My chosen remnant, she's saying, don't give up. Any questions? Anybody got any comments? Anybody? Yeah, I got to get rid of them. Girl, they be on here. And I got to move fast because they'll be to mess my TikToks up. All right. So, again, 8th grade, you want to get them started. First semester of 12th grade, you want to try to get their minds wrapped around. Not even just the first semester, 12th grade, all while they're in high school. If you're going to have conferences and talk with your parent, talk to the children's teachers, take them into those meetings with you and talk to those teachers like you have some sense. Parents, snapping on these teachers is not going to do a good preparation for your student. Talking negative about your about your students' teachers in front of them is not going to prepare them for realities of life, because you're going to win more people by honey than you are by vinegar. So I'm just letting y'all know, if you really want your child to go to college, snapping on these teachers and going crazy on them is not going to be what's going to help your child, because when they go to college, those professors can make or break your student. They do things like, I mean, my kids have professors that will say, we're going to drop the worst grade of the semester. We're going to drop that. Your worst test grade, we're going to drop. To give those kids an opportunity to have a better end of the year, end of the semester GPA. Then there are some teachers that just don't care. They don't care if they even gave your child the right information to study, won't take responsibility for it. Oh, and yes, I have talked to the colleges and I have talked to directors of the departments because they won't talk to you about your student. But it's some things that I have to do to advocate for my students. I don't play the funnies because I remind them my kids are here on scholarships and grants. And so if you mess them up, they will lose their scholarships and their grants. So if that professor is dead wrong, and my child has been sending me their grades along the way or telling me I'm in study, I know my child, and something else I'm going to tell y'all, parents, do not advocate for no mess. If you know that your child is messy at home, they probably messy at school. You have to show them the responsible reaction to a problem because they can have a valid complaint. But if they are clowning at school or not taking school seriously, it's very hard for you. Gave them permission to speak. That's right. Your kids can give you permission to speak with the college on their behalf. They can do that. But the college, the colleges tell you that. But when it comes time to them speaking to the professor about their specific grades and things like that, it's things that our kids won't talk to us about because they feel like they got it or they don't want you to mess up for them. So you have to teach them how to deal with conflict professionally themselves. And I'm going to tell you something else about these college professors. They get scores and rates from the students. If there is a real problem with a college professor, you will be able to articulate that better if you are more professional and you're teaching your student to be professional. And the school wants to hear from the student. They will hear from the parent, but they want to hear from the student. So they can tell the parent anything, but it's the student that they're going to be making these decisions and things with. So you have to teach your children how to advocate for themselves. So then even when you do step in, they can continue the conversation. They're not going okay? So I'm just telling y'all, I see that the likes are going down and there's not a lot of people on, so I'm not going to stay on here forever on this topic. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put this on YouTube. If you have any comments or anything that you want to add to the conversation on YouTube, please be sure to go do that. I don't have a lot of followers on YouTube. I decided to put the lives on there. I'm trying to keep them a little bit more perky, a little bit more engaging, so that people, when they're watching on YouTube, will be able to keep up with what's going on. So I try to read the questions out loud. Okay, so be sure to go over to my YouTube. You can go check me out at CC Corner Chat, just like the name for here for TikTok, or you can click the YouTube link on my page and it'll take you over there to catch this live. Please make sure that you share and follow my page. I have a lot of other tips outside of what we're talking about for students. Like I said, I talk about home loans, credit, let me see, opportunities from the federal government that are coming out. So it's all kind of things that I do make sure that I share so that people understand what's going on and opportunities they might like hear about, but they're not sure. So I kind of try to validate them for you. And also I send links to government websites and pages where you can actually confirm. So please make sure that if you want to get that kind of information, follow me. CC Corner Chat. My name is Pastor Cheryl Calvin. This is a ministry for me. I don't have nothing to gain out of this. I don't have a school for your child to go to. I don't have a program for you to watch and pay me for. I could do all that, but like I said, this is my ministry. So I love y'all. Be blessed, okay? And make sure you follow my page. All right. So y'all get to see me turn it off and everything. So if this is YouTube, you get to see me turn it off. Be blessed. Love y'all. Bye-bye.